Wow, disappointing. Oh my god, have a go at this. What is this guy doing? Wow. Oh man, I can't even believe this. Unless I've sent him to drive into here, I mean, which is highly possible. Wow, that is ridiculous. Man, this game never ceases to surprise me, eh? Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Erlengrat. So we're just carrying on with some mowing currently. So we've got fields 18, fields 19 and 20 ready to go for some grass cutting. We've got our Gaveel. I've probably said this wrong about a million times, but Gaveel, I think it's Gaveel baler. So this is the automated baler with a hopper that'll take loose material and turn it into whatever you want. So it'll take grass, hay, sugar beet cut and straw. So we're moving away from our loose material storage on the floor in favour of bales. So that's what's happening there. And that automated baler is making this process so much easier. I mean, I wasn't sure if I'd get much use out of it as far as the DLC would go, but after using it for about 5 minutes, I was like, particularly for this purpose, I was like, okay, yep, this thing is absolutely perfect. And it really is going to allow us to automate baling, which currently on console, there's no other way to automate baling. You still have to provide the loose material, which you can collect in loose form using a forage harvester and a mower, for example, for grass. You can hire a worker to do that. So that's probably what I'm going to look to do in that regard. But I'll get to that sort of down the track. But for now, we're just going to clean up these piles, get these grassed areas clear of hay and straw, and we're also going to keep the cows fed as well. So that obviously took a full load. We're sitting on 60 dairy cows at the moment, so I think we've got room for another 20. So as soon as we can get some reproduction happening, we'll throw some more in there. And we're still going to focus on the dairy farm. I think one pen of cows is going to be enough. I may throw some pigs into the mix because I've been playing with pigs quite a bit lately on other maps, and I've been utilising them for the slurry and the automatic sort of pig feeding stations. I might actually look to get a mod that we can really ramp up the capacity to get, like, 500 pigs in a barn, and then I've got the modified one of those modified 96 pig transport trailers, which I think will be pretty cool too. So we can transport animals in bulk. Obviously we'll still have to pay for the feed and all that sort of stuff, which I'm fine with. I think just as a moneymaker, I think that'd be pretty cool. Right, let's check in on our mower. He's obviously having a rough one, so let's carry on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn automatic start back on. So I thought it was required for the baler, but the Gavia baler, but actually not required. So it'll operate on its own as long as there's a tractor attached. So automatic extension start on, just so I don't have to worry about on and off all the time. It's not a huge issue, but just more of a convenience thing. Okay, cool. He should be all good to go. Let's check in on this guy. Let's check in how many bales we've made. So we started last episode at about 11, so we're up to about 60. So that's smashing those bales, eh? What have we got in there? 60 total. Man, I'm loving this thing, eh? It's great. It's made absolutely short work of those 2 poles that I had, let me tell you. And then it obviously frees up space for us to put some buildings in here potentially. So I might put a manure heap or a silo extension, kind of that sort of stuff. Right, let's turn this steering mode back to front wheel steering only, so we're not jackknifing at every opportunity. Okay, little tractor that could, and a little tractor that did, or did not. I don't want to get stuck here, that would suck. And this is the other reason why I'm getting rid of this pile, because when I try and load up in this method, the chances of getting stuck are pretty high, so I just don't want to have the hassle. The bales are just so much easier to handle and maneuver. Now I've also got a telly with a universal telly handler, I should say, with a universal bucket, so anything I can't pick up easily with this machine, I'll just quickly whip around and drop into the hopper. So I'll just come back in with this load. It looks like our mower is doing alright, so he's got a couple of other fields to mow. So while we're doing this, Perfect timing. Okay, leave that to unload. So pretty cool animation. Obviously the hopper's there. Baler in here. You can see the bale getting made and then it moves along its journey. We got 37. Oh, so maybe I've got to stay in here. Okay. Okay, let's have a look here. So this looks like it's cows must be full now, which is actually good. I was hoping that'd be the case. Cool. I could throw some TMR in there actually. So let's see if I can't grab a bit of TMR out of the silage. I mean, out of the silage bunker. I think what would happen too, because this is not level. So the issue is I'm kind of having trouble in that regard. Okay, don't want to turn this into forage, so I'll bail out shortly. There we go. We're going to be maxed out on our slurry shortly. Try and say that 3 times fast. Now this shouldn't take any more food because our hay's maxed out. Yep. So we'll just have to wait for some of that food to drop off. Alright, let's grab another load, and then I reckon what we'll do is we'll sleep. And just get some income from those solar panels, because we can do that pretty much. Oh, we could probably finish off this hay actually, so let's do that. Just so it's done. Okay, make sure we get all of this stuff. Generally what will happen is if you just paint over the hay with the painting tool, it'll disappear, so anything that's left over that I can't be bothered to pick up, I'm just going to paint over it, and then we'll start on silage bales next. And the other thing that I'm liking about bales is they're easy to transport too, so because we've got auto-loading trailers on console now, it just makes the whole process of moving them from point A to point B just that little bit easier than having to manually load them. So that's why baling is just that little bit more appealing as a storage strategy for me right now. Cool. Alright, this is the last load. Okay, we're going to unload, so this should fill the hopper halfway at least. Okay, how many up to? 73. Killing it. Man, I'm loving this thing. I've said it about 1,000,000 times, but I will say it again. Right, let's go and grab some silage. Now, the plan is, hopefully I can drive through the silage bunker. I mean, I've done this so many times that I've gotten this stuck. So I think I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to chance it. What I am going to do is potentially... is this TMR? It is TMR. So will that... I think this baler might do TMR bales. So if I have a look... So if we go into balers, have a look at it. So TMR is that icon, I believe. Oh, I'll just hang out here. I'm not too worried about it. The other option is to use the telly to load up the forage wagon, which I think I might do actually. So let's move this guy on over. Okay, let's grab this mower and go cut the other field. Now, the other issue too is field 19 wasn't getting cut that often because of the proximity to the cows and the other stuff. So I think once we get it all cleared and joined together, because that's going to be the other plan, we're going to join these fields up. It's going to be so much easier. Alright, underway. Okay, where is our telehandler? Over here. Alright, what I'm going to do is get this truck in a better position. Cool. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw on a time lapse and I'm going to empty out this bunker. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Warm hands, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me.
Something tells me I should have got a wheel loader or a bigger bucket for this purpose. But anyway, let's keep pushing through.
It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out there, with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious.
Alright, this should do it. Probably not quite a full load, but close enough. Just want to get a run over there. Okay, cool. I mean, not the quickest process, but does the job. Alright, let's head over to the baler. Looks like our mower's not having any issues in that field, which is good. Alright, let's get this loaded up. Oh, my plan's been foiled. Oh, okay. So if this had been chaff or grass, it would have turned it into silage, but because it's already silage, we can't do anything with it. Ooh, okay. What are we going to do here? That's a bit of a balls up. I mean, I could sell this load. So we probably are going to have to utilise the milling machine on the what do you call it? Forage wagon, the mixing wagon. And we're just going to have to, we're going to have to mix up TMR manually, which is not the end of the world. I mean, I could probably use the telehandler as well to get those sort of evenly metered scoops. Silage that I've pulled out. Biogas plant or animal dealer. Let's just go to the animal dealer. So I'll send this guy over on a worker. I mean, it's painfully obvious now that I think about it. But at the time, cool. All right. Well, I think what we can do is go ahead and sleep. So let's go ahead and sleep now. That's the thing about plans. Oh, don't tell me I'm blocked. Oh, you gotta be kidding. It's driven like 5 meters. Anyway, should be able to send him from here actually. So hopefully, fingers crossed. All right. Open AI worker menu. Destination. Figure it out. All right. Let's go and sleep. Get another gross state on our grass. Get some income from these solar panels. Cool. 18,000 property income. 8,000 in leasing costs. Pitch black, so we're going to speed things up here. Oh, we've got a bale wrapper. That's cool. Okay. All right. Let me get some daylight back in here. Okay. Cool. Got some daylight. All right. So where are we up to? Silage bunker, bales. Cows have been fed. Let's check in on the cows actually. So they're definitely going through the feed, that's for sure. All right, let's dump this TMR off. So we'll keep the straw, we'll keep the hay. We might do a run of silage bales actually. Okay, worker F is just here, so let's go and sell. I think the sell point's out the back actually, so if I drive around the side here. Jeez, I wish I could afford that Fendt Vario 1000 from yesterday's vehicle sales, that would have been excellent. Gotta love this map though, eh? I think this has got to be probably up there with the best Giants map. I mean, Zelonka is pretty good. Haute Belleron's pretty good, but man, I think Erlengrat has just got that feel, eh? Alright, how much are we going to get for this silage? Cool, not a bad income. 21 grand. Wouldn't say it was amazing, but definitely not terrible either. Okay, let's see. I'll get this guy on the main road and then I will drive him on back, drive him on back with a worker. Okay, more TMR going in. Happy days. Alright, let's go grab some more TMR. I'm going to say TMR, let's grab some silage. So I'm probably going to go hot heavy on the silage. Might have to go grab a bale fork for that telehandler actually, so I'll do that. I'll do that as well. So we'll go about halfway, I think. And then we'll chuck a couple of hay bales in and we'll go from there. Okay, send him over to there. Oh, did I just jump in? I want to get in the telehandler. Okay, this is not going to plan. If I can break free of this crazy driver. Of course you're not going to go there. Oh, no, he's off. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll leave the silage bucket here. Okay, open our worker menu, over to the shop. So we'll go and pick up a bale fork. Okay, this guy's done, so I need to switch him out for a windrower. So let's go and do that quickly. I think all the vehicles are back. So it looks like the telehandler's figured it out, which is good. Unless he's going to run straight into our baling machine, which he has. Wow, disappointing. Oh my god, have a go at this. What is this guy doing? Wow. Oh man, I can't even believe this. Unless I've sent him to drive into here, I mean, which is highly possible. Wow, that is ridiculous. Man, this game never ceases to surprise me, eh? Alright, moving on. Okay, so we've got to get this... Let's get this mower... Get this windrower connected. So what I might do is I'm going to switch out this guy for the windrower. And we're gonna do silage bales. So we'll do a run of silage bales. Gonna need some fuel soon too, so that's something I have to keep an eye out for. Okay. Alright, send it. Okay, I need some hay. So first I need this guy. Didn't even go remotely in the direction of the shop. Anyway, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this guy over, get that bale fork, so we can mix up our TMR, and then we'll come back in, mix this TMR up. We'll get this field windrowed. And we'll start making some silage bales. See if we can't get some air. Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you're liking the series, and I'll see you in the next one. And bye for now.